This is G9LP, who will be taking you through a new playthrough, and this will be my very first sakes. This is my very first game, playthrough of a DS game, one which, if some of you recognise the text, may be familiar, well, the font, the typeface I'm talking about, may be familiar with, but you'll know what it is. After I've started the game, we've gone through Splash, licensed by Nintendo, and Konami and Kojima Productions of Metal Gear fame, and after we've watched this pretty damn cool anime intro. Welcome to Lunar. Yes, this is Lunar Nights, released by Konami in 2007, and this is the DS's sequel to Boktai for the GBA. Those of you familiar with Boktai's kind of unique setting point, as it were, will be rather, well, not necessarily disappointed to know that Lunar Nights doesn't actually well, it doesn't need, it's not necessary to have the sunlight system on it, but you can actually use the Boktai GBA cartridge for the sunlight system, but it's some 4 extra things. But for now, I'm actually thinking about it. This emulator, which I'm not totally familiar with, this I'm using Desmume. I don't know if you've heard of it. I'm not using Nova for GPA because I can't get the sound to work at all. So Desmume to my purposes, because the sound actually sounds a lot better than that, especially the songs. Anyways, enough about that. Let's start a new game and watch the intro.
The Stellenium, an age of lawlessness and chaos, where man wanders the stars and might prevails over right. This remote planet on the frontier is no exception. From time immemorial, the Dark Tribe, a group of vampires, has struck fear into humanity and threatened mankind. Now, with the help of a new power obtained from the realm of the stars, they've taken the Parasol, an environmental manipulation system, and summoned an alien sky to rid the world of light. Beneath its shadow, the hopes and dreams of an entire planet have slipped into darkness. However, from within that darkness, 2 young heroes emerge. One, wielding the legendary Dark Sword, fights a never-ending battle against the vampires. The other, whose power has yet to awaken, holds the essence of the sun within his very heart. The story of these 2 boys is about to begin.
So, there you go. Vampires, umbrellas, and 2 little kids we have to rest our hopes on, as usual. Anyway, we start the game. Chapter 1, Dark Swordsman. And we started in the corner on the frontier in a pub. And two portly gentlemen having a chat. Drinking away in the morning, eh? Nice life you got there. Hey, same to you. What else are you supposed to do in a place like this? Makes no difference if it's morning or not. Day or night, the sky's always dark. You said it. Just how much longer we have to put up with this darkness anyway? And that's not even the half of it. Apparently the Margrave's manhunt is starting up again. The fellow can't even roam around in peace anymore. They say he's got the power to control flame. Thanks to him, this town's gotten real lonely. I'm gonna get killed over that vampire's stupid game. Or rather, they just slap a con on me and ship me off to live in the cursed city. Hey, don't be ridiculous. No one would willingly subject themselves to a life like that. But it's better than sitting around this ghost town and spending the entire time living in fear, isn't it? So wait, you're saying that being colored like a slave and having your blood sucked dry beats living here? Before you know it, you'll be undead like the rest. At least I'll be safe until then. What, you'd rather be burnt to cinders by the Margrave? And just over there. A vampire that can control flame. Doesn't sound like her, man. So now what? Well, even if that's not him, he's still the best thing we've got. At the very least, we should be able to get a clue as to where to go next. Let's go, Nero. By the way, all the people who played Boktai before, it's not the same Nero. This is something different. And as we go into our first dungeon, as this is called a dungeon crawler, this Nero will pretty much explain everything to you, including combat. Monsters, that didn't take long. Oh, this is a vampire's lair after all. Conflict is pretty much inevitable. To attack, use the white. First we need to ready the weapon behind you, then release it to attack your enemies. Tap it repeatedly to deal out a chain attack that causes additional damage. It's a great way to go on the offensive in a pinch. Okay, so what he's essentially saying is, if you hold down the button, you can't necessarily move anywhere, but you're essentially readying your weapon. And as you press it more times, you'll deal out additional damage, meaning that the damage will essentially raise with every hit. It's got a fairly wide arc, which is pretty damn handy. Other things you can do, well, let's just go in there and show you a few other things you can do. You can run, you can also dash in to get an enemy, so it's pretty much good for doing that. You can get hit like that, or I was about to show you, but maybe I'll show this guy instead. You also have this, which you can use to stun enemies and counter-attack. What's another one? Another handy thing that this game can do, if I can dash it all up properly, is you can, ouch, get hurt, but you can lock on to your enemies, which, considering most of the time you kind of have to do a direction on your enemies, kind of helps to actually lock on properly. So this is what the game doesn't tell you unless you're looking in the manual. Also, you see something flashing over there on your left, and that little green flashing thing? Well, if you run over it, you'll get these little things, and these will refill your life and energy gauge. I might as well go over and touch this panel over, otherwise Nero will end up. Because one thing Nero does, he doesn't leave anything unturned. So this little panel here will explain dashing, which you use to double tap. But what I haven't told you yet is that it will consume energy, and also if you run into an enemy while dashing, it will hurt slightly more. So if I can get the thing to actually move, you look on the top left corner of the screen, you'll see an energy bar dropping down. One thing because this is Dark Swordsman, he likes the dark, so the fact that it's night time means that your energy will eventually replenish. Or you can press A to actually quicken the energy, which is pretty damn cool. Anyway, stretching the thick, and you'll find a box. What's a box doing lying around here? Awesome. A treasure chest. Okay, there's still a box. There might be something useful in there, you know. To open the treasure chest, walk up here and press the E. You can use the items you found at the item screen. To access the item screen, which is another sub-screens, just press start to open them. Now would probably be a good time to check up on your inventory, don't you think? So, yeah, essentially, it's got it right. You stand over a chest, you press A, you find something! And we found a sweetie! That sweetie is then stored into your items bag, in which you've got this sort of finite amount of items to store, which is probably about 20. And that's where you access your items. Press A to go into the choose what you want, and you press A again to use your item. I can't use it because I'm full of life. There you go, my life is full. Indeed. You press B to go back up, and we continue the adventure. Oh my god, it's again. Oh. Nothing's handy to know. Oh, there's two of them there. Shields up. When you flash, that's when you're on counter attack. The enemies do get stronger as you progress, so you will be needing that shield for also, as I said before, it's kind of handy to come to your enemies too. Another thing that's handy, if you press the A button, it will join in your those imps in front of the screen. Anyways, carry on, and who's this? Ah, another traveller. Haven't seen you around here before, have I? You look like a swordsman to me. What kind of visit have you got here? Wait a minute. You're not here to rescue the poor souls in the Margrave took prisoner, are you? In that case, give me a hand. Your name's Beer. I'm a gunslinger in the Lunar Guild. Hard to believe a gunslinger from the guild will get held up by something like this. Sorry, I work alone. Hey, wait! And he just looks after it and slashes things like the cool guy he is. You moron! You want him to find us? Is there a problem with that? If anyone gets in my way, I take him down. Plain and simple. Who on earth are you? Well, we'll find out who is in the next video. Bye!